On today's Spooky Spot, we're going to be wrapping up the June Planning Series 1 action figures from A Nightmare Before Christmas. We've got 2 more figures to go. Today we're going to be looking at the very large Behemoth. So large in fact that you'll notice his packaging itself is quite a bit larger than the other June Planning Nightmare Before Christmas figures. Down below we've got the standard packaging fare, although again, very nice packaging by June Planning. I think it almost trumps the NECA toys, which somebody has indicated, somebody told me down below in a comment, that apparently NECA lost licensing for their Nightmare Before Christmas. Now, I don't know if that's to say that June Planning will continue to be putting out Nightmare Before Christmas figures. I haven't seen anything more than Series 1, at least of the plastic variety. June Planning has released other Nightmare Before Christmas figures, but I haven't seen any other plastic figures. So who's to say? On the back of the package, other figures that you can get in this set are Jack Skellington, the Mayor, Pumpkin King, the Vampire Brothers, Sally, and Dr. Finkelstein. I included that little bit of hair at the bottom. That's my treat to you guys for Halloween. Happy Halloween. You can also go to June Planning at http://www.juneplanning.co.jp. Just figured I'd spell that out for you guys. June Planning, Nightmare Before Christmas. Also made in China. There you go. So that's packaging aside. What we're going to do is get this Behemoth out of his package. We are going to have a better look at the figure. More terrifying review to come, my friends. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. And out of package, let's have a look at Behemoth. I've actually got him on his display stand for one real main reason, and that's the fact that he is so heavy. So bottom heavy, in fact. There goes the clip on the stand. He is so bottom heavy, in fact, that to put him down on anything, he is not going to stand. He's also got very, very small feet. Also not helping the fact that this guy does not want to stand. As you can see, nothing. He is a very heavy figure. Heavy compared to, say, the other June Planning Nightmare Before Christmas figures. The Behemoth is quite heavy. The paint, I think the paint on Behemoth is one of the nicest of the June Planning. Between all the washes that they put on it, the texturing and the fabric and stuff, it looks like it was pulled right out of the movie. As you can see, he's got the axe at the top of his head here. It doesn't look like it can come out. If it does come out, likely it's not going to go back in because that means I would have broken it. It seems like it's fixed in his head. His face is very nice. Very nice. You can even see he's got all the stitch marks going all in his head there. Very dazed look. I work with a lot of people like this. They just kind of, I don't know. I just don't know. What am I going to have for lunch? You know what I'm talking about. Anybody that works in environments like that, you know exactly what I'm talking about. As mentioned, he does come with a display stand. Now, the display stand is crucial, again, for standing and keeping this guy stood up. The clip, however, does not seem to want to stay in the display stand. I've tried a couple of times, and as you can see, it just kind of pops out. It floats there, I guess only really needing to be there just for the case of holding the Behemoth up. Same display stand as the other Night Before Christmas figures. Slightly larger, of course, because of the larger figure that it's got to hold. Other accessories that the Behemoth comes with an alternate hand. As you can see, both hands. Yeah! Both hands got the fingers pointing out there. You can also swap it out for an open hand if you so wish. In fact, for the sake of this video, let's pop it out. A very healthy and rewarding peg. Perhaps, Diamond Select maybe should have looked at these when they were releasing their Bride of Frankenstein figure. Oh, so sad that figure is so flimsy. Head, I know, I still have to glue it. Anyways, we've pegged the hand in, a little open hand as you can see there. He does also come with a nutcracker. A little nutcracker. And also, you'll notice that the nutcracker works. The little lever on the back will open and close the nutcracker. I put the Behemoth in his stand, just like that. You'll actually see as well that his arms, even the Nutcracker's arms, move. That's very neat. I like that. Now, I don't know if you could probably hold the Nutcracker in Behemoth's hand. If anything, it's just going to hold awkwardly. I don't think there's really a true purpose for... No, nothing. You probably could get it in there, maybe wedge the arm in there. Who's to say? You could be very careful, of course, that the arm doesn't break off on the Nutcracker. I could see it likely happening. Oh, there we go. Kind of, yeah. To me, this other arm serves no purpose. If anything, when it comes to alternate hands, I generally keep one hand in that's always open, and then the other hand can do whatever it wants. At least then you've got an open hand for any accessories that you want to put in there at any given point. Let's just take the Nutcracker out here. And take the clip that wants to continue to stay with the Behemoth. Let's put it there as well. One thing also, I don't know if I mentioned this. I might not have mentioned this, but this just reminded me as well. If I zoom in very, very closely, you can see right here, maybe you couldn't see it, but the clip, the metal clip from the base, you got to be careful removing it because this paint seems to want to scratch off. As with most paint on plastic probably would, you know, against the, you know, the metal prong here of the display stand. Scratching plastic could be something to be weary of when taking the figure on and off of its display stand. In the way of Behemoth's articulation, he has a swivel in the head. He has a swivel in the arms. He has swiveled forearms. Mostly only due to the fact that you can swap them out. And that's it. That's basically it. Where he certainly makes up for it is a fantastic paint job. The sculpt, again, is just incredible. I love the sculpt on this guy. The paint is just perfect. But definitely don't lose your display stand, because in the case of Behemoth, you're likely going to need it. Just because the way of his feet are so small. But definitely hold on to your display base. The terrifying rating for Behemoth here, I'm going to give a 7.5. A very solid figure. Literally, you whip this at somebody, you could really do some serious damage. But a great figure from JUN Planning, except for this horrible clip on this display stand. Still does not want to stand. Still wants to keep falling out. Anyways, today's spooky spot, we're having a look at the JUN Planning Series 1 of Nightmare Before Christmas figures. Today we were having a look at the Behemoth. A very solid figure, and definitely worth any reasoning why to pick up this wave. This guy is definitely the reason why. I thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned. There are still a couple more. There's just a few more spooky spots for the rest of this spooktacular month of October. And in the meantime, I'm going to wrap this up here, and I'll see you guys next time. Woo!